Hello. As a part of this series, we're going to be speaking to a parade of amazing engineers and technologists. My name is Venura. I'm the Microsoft Engineering Practice Leader at PwC, and today we're going to be joining Arya.
Hi there, my name is Arya Choudhury. I lead our Microsoft engineering business and our resiliency engineering practices. Absolutely lovely to be here with you, Venura, today.
Welcome. And Arya, let's start with the classic first question. What does agentic engineering mean from your perspective?
If you think about it, until about 2 years ago, before ChatGPT commoditized AI for us, right, we would typically be having about 2 AI breakthroughs in a year. In the last 3 years, we would be having about 80 breakthroughs with AI.
80.
And that's, we are just still getting started, right? So we are at this amazing inflection point now where how we do things are significantly changing. We are used to a world where we have been automating tasks, we have been streamlining processes, we have been building efficiency, we have been working on programming rules, and we have been essentially building systems that execute things very, very fast, very, very efficiently. And that's good, right? We have been that point.
Absolutely.
But today, with the changes that we are looking at, it gives us an opportunity to build agentic system. And when I talk about agentic, it comes down to the word agency. What does it really mean? Agency is about giving something your authority, your agency, your ability to execute on your behalf. Right. That's the fundamental shift. We are in a place where we now have systems that can run, operate, build, think, reason, execute, make autonomous decisions. It's a significant leap from where we were before, which was automated systems, to an era of autonomy.
Absolutely. Things have changed a lot, isn't it? So from what you mentioned, it's not a shift, but it's a complete paradigm shift in terms of where we've gotten to. The things have changed in such a way that we're not anymore reactive. We are always being proactive. And it's not the responses, or it's not just engineering responses that we're getting out of systems, but we're getting into that territory of intent. And that's where things have changed, isn't it?
Intent fundamentally means, what are you expecting from a system? You are no longer telling it what to do or how to do. You are telling, this is what I want you to do. And the system, we are getting into that phase where system has got sufficient knowledge of what it can do, what it is allowed to do, and it can reason within its mean to start working on building autonomous actions. It will operate, it will think, it will reason, it will build, it will scale, and it will do an amazing number of things just based on your proposed intent.
Absolutely. I think we come from an era where we actually, probably going back to 5 years, 10 years before, where we actually had models where they really focused on anomaly detection or on a specific area. But what's changed now is the fact that it goes beyond that. The agentic AI has come on top of that, adding that extra layer, and the agents, again, as I said, talking to each other, which creates that ecosystem. So what do you think is going to happen next in this area?
Frankly speaking, I don't know. We are learning about that every day. But some things that we are learning and some things that we are actively pursuing is building trustworthy systems. Because you need to be in a position where you have built a system, you have given it autonomy, you have given it your agency to act. So you must also give it the narrative that it is trustworthy. So how do you build something that's trustworthy, that's safe, that's reliable, that's consistent? And we come from a world where expectations are pretty high. Accountability needs to be there. So in the next short time that we are, and technology and focus is changing so much, right? So I expect things to take a significant amount of loop, but what would fundamentally keep on improving is our ability to build trustworthy systems. And it's the questions that we are going to ask. It's not just about how to solve a specific problem. It's about how to maintain accountability, how to maintain trustworthiness, how to maintain control and still be safe and reliable at the same time.
Absolutely. Trust and safety is pretty much at the forefront of every AI discussion that I have these days. Is there anything else that you want to add on top of this for our listeners when it comes to the next steps of AI? What do you foresee AI getting to?
Look, the only thing that I will say is it's at an amazing inflection point that I spoke before. It's not just a technology change. It's a fundamental leap that we are doing. We are completely reimagining how we are building the system. So some of the questions that also come to mind is philosophical nature, right? So, but what remains a core narrative that we would pursue and we would continue to see is how do we design for accountability, trust, safety, scale, and reliability. And it's not something that we should do after the fact. It's happening now. These are fundamental principles that we would build into systems as we start thinking about it.
That's amazing. Thank you for your amazing insights, Arya. And thank you all for joining as well. We'll see you soon in another episode.